And now, his view, an editorial opinion by Bill Martin.
Well, it looks like the Liberals have pulled a rabbit out of a hat, and for their next trick, they may stand nickname Poilievre on his head. While Poilievre's incessant attack on the federal carbon tax certainly helped to discredit Justin Trudeau as a leader, it was far from a guarantee that voters would automatically turn to a man who relies on sound bites and nicknames to set himself apart from heirs to the prime ministerial throne. The polls, like the proverbial worm, have turned. Support for the Liberals has dramatically reversed, making the next election a real horse race once again. Just a few weeks ago, Poilievre had so much room for error that pundits thought his ascension to prime minister was all but assured. And so, of course, did Mr. Nickname. That was when a carbon tax election was on the table. But to mix my metaphors, that ship has long sailed. That poor horse was thoroughly beaten, and everybody has buried the old nag, everybody, that is, except Pierre Poilievre. He still thinks that attaching the nickname carbon tax to anyone who bears the Liberal banner will give him the title for which he lusts. However, the Liberals appear poised to elect Mark Carney as their savior, and Mr. Nickname, well, he'll now have to work for his supper at 24 Sussex Drive. Carney has the perfect experience for the next election, a campaign that will focus on the economy. Surprise, surprise. And his reputation says that he single-handedly pulled the Bank of Canada from the fire, and then repeated the performance for the Bank of England. Mr. Carney talks money with ease, while Mr. Nickname clings to his tactic of demeaning his opponents with funny names that aren't so funny at all. I told Poilievre that Canadians want a leader to steer them through a difficult economy, not one who belittles people. Of course, he didn't listen to me because the polls said that he would win by default, so he didn't have to listen to anyone. Well, now he has to listen to Mark Carney, while fewer and fewer Canadians are listening to him and his tired old song. Now he'll have to work to become prime minister because voters now have a viable alternative once again. At least, that's my view. I'm Bill Martin.